An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. I'm sure you've heard that if someone does something to you, you should just do it right back to them. Hit them back. But see, Jesus says something totally different. Jesus says, if you get struck on the left cheek, turn the right as well. Basically, don't seek vengeance. Don't seek retaliation. That's totally different from what we hear all throughout the world. But Jesus would rather us attempt to seek peace regardless of the situation. Do whatever you need to win a brother over for Christ, rather than gaining something for you. A very small fleeting thing of such as just revenge or feeling better about yourself because you got somebody back. If you don't hear anything else, hear that. Know that Jesus is not in the business of vengeance. Jesus is in the business of salvation, and thus as believers, our main goal should be to reach others in his name. And if that means getting taken advantage of as far as like being hit or if someone stole something from you or took something from you, rather than just totally seek to put an end to destroy that person, Jesus says that's not the way. That doesn't mean that justice isn't important. Justice is very important, but it's rather we just put that into God's hands than into our own. Today, very briefly, in Matthew chapter 5, that's where we're going to be, verses 38 through 42, and then I'm going to add verse 43, which is a different topic because I think it goes well, but we're still going to do this virtual meeting. We've met tonight in person. It's great to be together, but we still want to be able to provide the virtual side for those that are still not ready to come back, or perhaps you just couldn't make it, and this is just the best way you could watch. And so just wanted to give you that option and continue to give you that option. So Matthew 5, starting in verse 38, it says this: "You have heard that it was said, eye for eye and tooth for tooth. But I tell you," this is Jesus talking, "do not resist an evil person. If someone strikes you on the right cheek, turn to him the other also. And if someone wants to sue you and take your tunic, let him have your cloak as well. If someone forces you to go 1 mile, go with him 2 miles. Give to the one who asks of you, and do not turn them away from the one who wants to borrow from you." I'll get to verse 43 to end, but that is wild. We just don't think of that. Our first thought isn't, man, I want to, if someone wrongs me, I want to go so much further in helping them further wrong me. I know that sometimes Jesus will take extreme examples to just prove a point. Now, I'm not telling you that Jesus wants you to go get sucker punched, and then if you do, once you regain consciousness, to be like, hey man, you missed me over here, hit me right here too. That's not necessarily what Jesus is saying. What he's trying to use is that illustration of how important it is that believers not seek some sort of retribution, not seek some sort of vengeance. My first thought sometimes, if someone slaps me in the back of the head, is to pop them right back. Now, it's a small example, but honestly, if someone severely wrongs you, is it more important for you to get back at someone? Is it more important for you to get your way? Is it more important for you to be right? Or is it more important to win your brother or your sister over? And sometimes the most extreme situations, that's how you can win someone over. That's how you can win a brother or sister over, is by turning the other cheek. It says in verse 43, it's talking about something totally different. You have heard it's not really that different, it's kind of the same. You have heard that it was said, love your neighbor and hate your enemy. Then in verse 44, but I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. I know we've talked about kind of both of these things in the past and before, but both are so true. Our first thought is just to love the people we like, but really, Jesus instructs us to love the people who persecute us. That goes so well with everything I just talked about a second ago. The people that will treat you wrong, it is more important for them to come to know Jesus than for us to kind of get our way. I know that's a very difficult thing to wrap our mind around. That's why I have a cell phone, so you can call me or text me if you want more information about stuff like that. I hope that you would reach out, because this isn't the easiest thing to understand. It's just not. But I hope that we'll take those steps of attempting to understand. So if you have any questions about something like that, let me know. But just know that loving Jesus, representing Jesus, is more important than anything else. It's more important than being right. It's more important than getting your way. It's more important than getting someone back. And that's kind of what Scripture, in the most basic of ways, is what that's saying right here, right now. So I hate that we're not in this room. Hopefully someday soon. I know school is rapidly approaching. The governor said today she really wants y'all to be in school in person. So that's just what the governor said. But there's still a lot of uncertainty in a lot of things. But we're still trying. We're taking those steps of getting together and doing things. Last night we took the junior high to the Fayette Water Park. High school, we're taking you to the Fayette Water Park Wednesday, August 12th. I just need to know if you want to go. It doesn't cost anything. It's free. We just want to know if you want to go with us so we can plan things out. We're also, the major thing to end the summer and begin the fall is something called Water War. I'll give you more details as we go on. I definitely need to know if you plan on coming to that. It's just going to be an all-out water assault with water guns, water balloons, all that kind of stuff. And so that's August the 16th. It's a Sunday from 4 to 7:30. And so if you can't make for part of it, or you got to leave early, let me know. Just come. Come to what you can come to. That's all that really matters to us. We just want you to be there and to enjoy it and be together. I hate that we're not all together now, hopefully soon, but we miss you, we love you, and hopefully we'll see you next time.